They ate the fruit.
Oh, no, 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 no!
At that moment, sin entered God's wonderful world. You see, sin is when we ignore God and choose our own ways, just like Adam and Eve did.
That sneaky snake! He was Adam and Eve. When they listened to him instead of God. This is a terrible story.
Yes, that snake was terribly sneaky. And since Adam and Eve sinned, they had to leave the garden. But don't worry, the story's not over yet.
It isn't? What happened next?
God had a plan. He loved his creation, and he wasn't going to let some sneaky old snake spoil it. What that sneaky snake didn't know was that God was going to do something very special to save the world from sin and make things right again.
I knew God wouldn't let that snake ruin everything. If you love that video, hit subscribe or ask more parents to download the Little Kidda. Noah and the flood.
Adam and Eve had to leave the Garden of Eden and settle in a new place.
Yes, because they sinned. They went their own way instead of God's way.
Yep, and after a while they had kids. And then their kids had kids.
Grandkids.
And their grandkids had great-grandkids. Then the great-great-grandkids had kids. And as all those people were, something else was spreading too. And people were choosing their own way instead of God's way. Fighting, stealing, lying, and hurting each other, and making God's world a very ugly place. Until finally, God said,
"Enough. It's time to start over."
Start over? How?
God picked one person to start his world over again.
Noah.
Noah was a righteous man. He tried very hard to make right choices. In a world where everyone was doing their own thing, Noah was always ready to do what God asked. He had been practicing listening to God and being obedient for a long time, more than 500 years.
How could anyone be that old?
People lived a long time back then. Are you all right?
I was thinking about the candles on his birthday cake.
I see. So God said to Noah,
I want you to build a boat. What's a boat? A thing you can float in if there's a flood. What's a flood? It's when water covers everything. It's why you need a boat. How big? Big enough for your family and some animals. How many animals? All of them. Two of every kind.
Then God gave him plans for building the big boat.
Noah was already so old. Building a boat that big would take a long time.
Right. It took Noah and his family years and years and years. Hey, Steph, are we done yet?
Not yet.
Now are we done?
Nope.
On top of that, Noah's neighbors probably came by to laugh at him. So it's called a boat.
And this for floating on water?
Yep.
There's no water anywhere.
Poor Noah. He was just doing what God told him.
Yes, he wanted to be God's friend even if everyone else thought he was silly. Finally, one day, a drop fell from the sky. Hey, then another, and another, and another. And then...
The animals started to come?
Yep. God sent them to Noah, and Noah packed them all into his big, big boat. Now are we done?